beautiful freedom in coordination with the Cogitating Ceviché present. The Evolution of Conservative Thought by Calista Freiheit, narration by 11 Labs. The roots of conservative thought are often traced back to a reaction against the radical transformations proposed or enacted during revolutionary periods. It's a philosophy that cherishes the wisdom inherited from the past, arguing that the structures and norms that have stood the test of time offer a guiding light for governance and social organization. This respect for tradition, however, is not an insistence on the status quo, but an acknowledgement of the importance of gradual, organic change that honors the foundation upon which society stands. This nuanced understanding of change is critical to conservative philosophy. It posits that societal evolution should be approached with caution and respect for historical continuity. From this perspective, change is not inherently negative, but should be implemented to ensure the community's long-term health and stability. This principle distinguishes conservatism from other political ideologies that advocate for rapid or revolutionary changes based on abstract principles or untested theories. Central to conservative thought is the belief in a natural social order, a hierarchy that organizes society to promote stability and harmony. This does not necessarily imply a rigid class system or an argument against social mobility, but rather an appreciation for the roles and institutions that contribute to the functioning of society. It champions the family, religious institutions, and the nation-state as pillars of social order, valuing their role in fostering community, moral values, and cultural continuity. Moreover, conservatism views human nature with a blend of realism and humility. It acknowledges the imperfections of human beings and the limitations of human reason, arguing against utopian visions of society that overlook these fundamental truths. This perspective fosters a politics of prudence and moderation, emphasizing the importance of practical wisdom and experiential knowledge over radical ideologies or speculative innovations. As we navigate the complexities of the modern era, conservatism continues to adapt, engaging with new challenges and contexts while remaining rooted in its core principles. The rise of globalization, technological advancements, and shifting social norms pose questions that conservatism must address. The response has been multifaceted, with some strands emphasizing the defense of national sovereignty and cultural identity against the forces of global homogenization. In contrast, others focus on these changes' opportunities for promoting freedom, enterprise, and innovation within a stable social framework. The evolution of conservative thought is a testament to its resilience and relevance. It demonstrates an ability to hold fast to enduring principles while engaging constructively with the changing circumstances of each new age. In doing so, conservatism offers a vision of society that balances respect for tradition with the dynamic realities of a changing world, advocating for a path forward that builds upon the accumulated wisdom and experience of the past. This approach is not only a defense of what has been, but a thoughtful and prudent engagement with the possibilities of the future. The belief in natural social order is a pillar of conservative philosophy, suggesting that society thrives under a spontaneously emergent hierarchy born from the complex interplay of its constituents. This hierarchy, conservatives argue, is not an imposition but a reflection of a natural order, ensuring stability and continuity. Here, the conservative skepticism towards rapid, ideologically driven change originates in a preference for evolutionary rather than revolutionary reforms. These reforms, they argue, should not overhaul, but instead build upon and integrate with the existing social and political frameworks, ensuring that change does not come at the expense of society's foundational structures. Edmund Burke, often celebrated as the progenitor of modern conservative thought, is a testament to this philosophy. His critique of the French Revolution, primarily its sweeping disregard for tradition and the violent break from historical continuity, highlights a central conservative apprehension that radical change risks severing the ties that bind society, leaving in its wake not liberation but chaos and vulnerability. Burke's perspective underscores a fundamental conservative caution that values the lessons of history and the gradual accumulation of wisdom over generations. Conservative thought encountered new challenges as the world transitioned into the industrial era. The profound societal shifts wrought by the rise of industrial capitalism and the displacement of traditional lifestyles prompted serious reflections on the government's role. Economic regulation and social welfare issues moved to the forefront, with thinkers like Russell Kirk and Friedrich Hayek stepping into the fray. They advocated for the sanctity of individual liberty against the encroachments of centralized authority and championed the free market as the optimal organizer of economic activity. Their work emphasized a conservative trust in society's organic, self-regulating mechanisms and a wariness of excessive government intervention, which they saw as a pathway to tyranny. The evolution of conservative thought didn't halt as the 20th century waned. Instead, it continued to adapt to the ever-changing global landscape marked by globalization, technological leaps, and evolving social norms. The rise of neoconservatism, emphasizing spreading democracy, advocating for free market principles, and adopting an assertive foreign policy stance to protect national interests, exemplified this adaptability. Yet, this era also saw the conservative movement wrestling with internal divisions. Debates flared between traditionalists, who clung to established norms and values, and reformists, who urged reevaluating conservative stances on immigration, climate change, and social welfare. These discussions revealed the dynamic nature of conservative philosophy, showcasing a spectrum of thought and a capacity for introspection and adaptation that has allowed it to remain a potent force in shaping political discourse. The intricate tapestry of global conservatism showcases a philosophy deeply rooted in universal principles, yet uniquely molded by individual societies' cultural and historical fabrics. This diversity illustrates conservatism's adaptive nature, allowing it to flourish under varied conditions. In the United States, for example, conservatism is closely intertwined with the ethos of individualism and a staunch adherence to constitutional principles. This American brand of conservatism champions personal freedom, limited government, and a market-oriented economic system as cornerstones of societal well-being. Across the Atlantic, the conservative landscape takes on a different hue in Europe. European conservative parties often place a stronger emphasis on social stability and the role of the state in ensuring a social safety net. This reflects Europe's distinct historical trajectories and societal values, where the experiences of war, empire, and the development of the welfare state have shaped a conservatism that, while still valuing tradition and order, includes a significant role for government in addressing social and economic disparities. As the world ventures into the digital age, conservative thought navigates new challenges that test its resilience and adaptability. The pressing issues of income inequality, climate change, and the erosion of social cohesion demand a reevaluation of traditional conservative responses. Yet, this vibrant internal dialogue and willingness to engage with contemporary dilemmas underscore conservatism's enduring relevance and vitality. The tradition is marked by a capacity for introspection and adaptation, ensuring its continued evolution alongside society's progress. With its rich history and nuanced evolution, conservatism transcends simple categorization as merely a political or social doctrine. It embodies a comprehensive worldview that treasures the wisdom of the past, acknowledges the potential within each individual, and approaches the future with optimism and caution. In a world where change is the only constant, the conservative tradition's ability to remain anchored to its core principles while navigating the currents of societal transformation will be crucial. This duality of conservation and adaptation ensures that conservatism will continue contributing significantly to our understanding and shaping of the future societal landscape. Thanks for your time today. Until next time, God bless.